For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Last month, both Keke Palmer and Usher set social media on fire after a video of the two at an Usher concert would go viral. To recap, the video shows Usher seductively singing to Palmer in a sheer dress. The two dance and smile while swaying back and forth in front of an audience. However, once Darius Jackson, the father of Keke's child, saw the video, he will respond with the caption, "It's the outfit though, you a mom." It seems like Jackson's comment drew even more eyes on the original video, and his statement did not go over well with social media. Jackson quickly received criticism from fans online, causing him to double down and follow up with a tweet that read, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." Jackson's post didn't do much to get people on his side as they continued to criticize him. Not too long after, Jackson would deactivate his Twitter account, and it was reported that the two had unfollowed one another from Instagram and other platforms. Since then, Jackson appears to have been quiet while Keke has exploited the incident for her own marketing gain, which people have now taken issue with. In addition to selling a new t-shirt line that says, "I'm a mother" and Stevie to the BS, now she has collaborated with Usher on a brand new song called Boyfriend. And from the looks of it, the song features several slight jabs at Darius Jackson. In the music video that was released today, lyrics from the song coming from Usher say, "People said that your boyfriend is looking for me." And in order to promote the song on Tuesday, Usher tweeted a quick snippet of the video with the caption, "When fantasies become reality." At the very end of the video, Keke would even reference Darius by quoting his tweet, "I'm a mother," and winking at the end of the video. The new collaboration between Keke Palmer and Usher has reignited this topic that took over pop culture. Like most relationship topics, it would encourage a lot of people to share their strong opinions. However, with this new music video, some have called Keke Palmer corny for these moves. One user would write, "If a black man did what Keke Palmer is doing, black women would be calling him all types of lame and corny. This is just another example of black women praising women for doing things they say they hate that men do." Another user who would actually defend Keke by asking, "How is Keke Palmer corny? Her man disrespected her publicly, and now she's giving him a taste of his own medicine. I don't see the problem. None of this would be a thing if he hadn't opened his mouth." Now, back in July, while participating in an interview with People magazine, Usher spoke on the viral moment, saying that the two were just having fun. I think everybody's vision or a version of what they felt happened there just leads you back to just really having a good time in Las Vegas. And that's what I hope came of it. Rather, it was a conversation of what was going on with us, having fun in front of the audience, or a conversation about that song. Every night, I'm thinking about how the world is going to react to this moment that I'll have with whoever I'm choosing to sing to. But it was a pop moment, and it was fun to have at least a conversation going, and we just keep it light. I don't see anything negative happening in Las Vegas. Interestingly enough, on Monday, August 14th, a day before the song announcement, Jackson took to Twitter and would repost an old clip of Eddie Murphy Raw, where relationships, alimony, and female friendships were the topics. Let's take a look.
You go off to Africa and get you a bush woman, you can't let her mingle with American women, because they'll change her shit up. The last thing they want to see is you got some trained bush bitch in your house. They will catch her by herself in the kitchen and throw a monkey wrench in your whole program. As soon as they get her alone, they'll be like, "I can't stand him. You be running behind him doing everything he tell you to do. Who you think he is? You ain't no God. You a human being. This house is too big for one person to be cleaned up. Why don't you leave? You always crying. Why don't you just leave it, nigga? Oh, you know something, girl? Do you know you can take half his money? Did you know you can take half his money? Did you know you entitled? He didn't tell you entitled to half? Oh, he only told you half the story then, girl. You can take half the money, the car, the house, all the money he got. You can buy all the zebras and bones you want. Go back home in style, girl. You don't have to put up with this shit and get your hair done right. Cut that big afro shit off and go back home to Africa. Who the hell he think he is? Let me tell you something else about Eddie Murphy. That motherfucker ain't nothing but a butt. Oh, hi, Eddie. How you doing? I was just talking to Umfufu about a couple of things, No, I got to go.
So it makes us ask, have times changed with how majority of women view their role or contribution in their relationship? For instance, this viral video would be seen by millions with a woman pushing back on promising she will obey her husband during their wedding vows.
in sickness, and in health, to love, cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
Now, for me, that clip is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way on God's green earth that I am marrying someone that I feel can't lead me, that I'm afraid to obey, and I'm not willing to go through the best and the worst with. And for the guy, I mean, honestly, this is definitely a red flag. She obviously has not healed from the things that she said they discussed in therapy, or she said they didn't discuss. Now, for this Keke Palmer situation, there's so many fingers being pointed in this situation, and I get them all. I just don't have a side to choose. But I'll give you my thoughts. Let's start with Darius. I don't think he's necessarily wrong for being upset because let's be real. You wake up to a viral video of your partner dancing with one of the sex icons of the times and you won't be affected at all? Like, not even a little bit? So I don't think it's him being upset. I just think it's the medium that he chose to share him being upset. And adding your mom, that sure didn't help. I mean, especially during a time where women have lost our fundamental constitutional protection with the overturn of Roe versus Wade. Moms deserve to go out, feel sexy, and get back to themselves after birth. Because the facts are, and I mean facts, postpartum, also known as baby blues, leave women feeling sad, hopeless, and empty. And if it proceeds longer than 2 weeks, then they can easily fall into postpartum depression. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? Now, how a woman decides to get back to herself, that's a household decision that should not be brought online, Mr. Darius. I'd recommend getting a journal, or actually I recommend looking at the work of Mr. Jason Wilson. His whole platform is dedicated to developing boys and men. But that's just my thoughts. Now let's move along to Usher. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised that he turned this into a song with a video to match because he did the same thing with Confessions in 2004, which we all thought was genius. And we later learned that it was actually about Jermaine Dupri's relationship. I mean, he's an artist. That's what he does. He takes his personal experiences and he includes in his art. Just like comedians, writers, actors being able to pull from their personal experiences to embody a character. And we can't ignore that the album was extremely successful. Confessions sold over 18 million copies, giving him, and I quote, one of the greatest albums I've had in my career, selling 1.1 million units in the first week. It's the last R&B album to be certified diamond. And you can't argue with a man doing his job and doing it very well. And I'll close with Keke Palmer. I mean, some people are saying it's an overkill, but come on. We all know Keke is the millennial diva of our time who has been dominating since the age of 9. So I'm not surprised here either. He came for her, and now she's just coming back harder. Now, would I take the same route? Absolutely not. But I also know that some of my views are just a bit traditional, and fighting fire with fire doesn't make a lot of sense. But in this world, it makes a lot of dollars. And apparently that's Keke's focus. And I'm all for women being independent, especially in this Hollywood environment where women are paid 1.1 million less than their male co-stars, according to CNBC. But you can have independence without separation. So yes, get to the money, sis. But I'm gonna need my man standing right with me while I'm getting to the money. But what do you guys think about Keke Palmer teaming up with Usher for his new song, Boyfriend? Let us know in the comments below. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.